Theresa Kashale is an educator in the community with a remarkable story. And she came to this part of the country as a refugee.
When Theresa arrived here in Sioux Falls, she spoke very little English. She had 5 children, and she learned English, went to college, got a bachelor's degree in education, started teaching school, went on to get a master's degree.
I hired Theresa at Roosevelt High School. She was an English language learner teacher, so we hired her to teach the students that are immigrants. And she was such a great role model for students coming into our school.
Theresa takes advantage of any opportunity to work with staff or community members so that they understand the kids, what might be going on in their family or their lives. So Theresa takes ideas on how to work with the kids, talk to them, make them feel comfortable. Until that happens, learning won't happen.
They have a hard time of understanding our culture. And so because she has lived here for so many years, she understands the American culture.
Where some of the children came from, if there were bicycles laying around, they could just pick the bicycle up and take off and ride it and leave it wherever they leave it, and someone else would pick up that bike and ride it, you know. Well, some of the kids were doing that here. They'd see a bicycle laying in the yard, pick it up and go. So she would have to talk to the immigrant families about cultural things and train them.
Most of our refugees don't speak English, but they need to learn the language, both for themselves to communicate and live and work. And the women know how to plant, they know how to farm. So she's going to teach them the language as they plant. And that's how she's going to teach them English.
The first time she actually got to go back to the Congo to visit her family, she came home and she was very disturbed by what she'd seen. And she started telling me about it, where the families were, you know, being murdered or had to run, and the families got separated, and all of the children who were left alone, and it was tens of thousands of children, and it disturbed her so much. And we had talked about it, and she said, I want to start an orphanage. So she got a house, she hired some people to staff it, and she literally did go out in garbage dumps and find children. Then we had to scramble and start raising money to support them month by month.
Theresa has had a rummage sale for the last several years, raising money for her orphanage. She's always going out, speaking engagements, different churches, trying to raise money to help support the orphanage back in the Congo. It's something that's very dear to her heart.
Theresa definitely has put herself out there to try to invest in people's lives.
She has such a huge heart to want to help people that I think this award is very symbolic of who she is.
She's very inspirational, she's very caring, she's very genuine. She's awesome. I love her.
Many teachers transform lives. Theresa Kashale transforms and saves lives. She is, as one of her colleagues says, planting the seeds of self-determination. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2012 recipient of the Mary Hatwood Futrell Award, Theresa Kashale.
Thank you. Asante sana. Merci beaucoup. It is very humbling to be here with all the other worthy recipients this evening. I would like to thank the selection committee, along with those who nominated me, the South Dakota Education Association. I would not be here if it were not for the help of my family and the many friends in South Dakota. It has been my passion to give back to my community, the Sioux Falls, and my homeland, the Republic Democratic of Congo, where there are 4 million children, orphans, living outside. I believe education is the cornerstone of self-respect for men and women. It is sad It is a sad reality that the situation in the Congo goes largely unnoticed by the rest of the world. I would like to challenge all of you to take a look at what is going on there and to use your powerful positions as educators to raise awareness. It is a human nature to feel there is not much we can do as individuals to help with such an enormous problem. However, I strongly believe that together we can make a difference. In Africa, we say Ubuntu, which means a person is a person because of other people. I am who I am because you are who you are. Thank you.